Okay, boys and girls, today we are going to take notes. We're going to try something new with our online learning. So today, I would like you guys to have a piece of paper and a pencil, and I want you guys to follow along and take notes as we review perimeter and area. This is a subject that we are focusing on entirely this week. So if you need to get these items, please make sure that you pause the video so that you can be ready to continue. Now, today, let's start with perimeter first, okay? So perimeter is the distance around a shape. So let's write that down. The distance. Mrs. S is trying to make a spelling error again. Distance around a shape. And I like to underline around because I want you guys to understand that that means I'm going around the shape, not inside the shape. And I think of this as a fence. And I think I've mentioned this to you a few times before. So here is how you figure out how to calculate perimeter. Let's say I have a rectangle. Look, it's almost. And this side is 5 and this side is 8. So how you would figure this out is that if this side is 8, then this side must be 8. And if this side is 5, that side must be 5. So I would add these all together to find perimeter. So perimeter would equal 5 plus 5 plus 8 plus 8. And we know that 5 plus 5 is 10, 8 plus 8 is 16, so it has to equal 26. Now, because I didn't place a measurement, we would say this is 26 units. Like that, to help you guys out. And if at any time that I am moving too fast, don't hesitate to pause and catch up. Now, I know a lot of you guys like to get additional practice, so we're going to keep practicing these after I'm done taking notes, just like we would do in class. So now, area is a little different, whereas area has to do with what we are calculating on the inside. So it's the number of square. And this is going to be important for you guys to see. Square units inside a shape. Now remember, as this one, it was the distance around, where this one is inside the shape. So I kind of remember, I know I've talked to you guys about this in the past, but sometimes I think of carpet. When I'm measuring carpet or flooring, it has to do with the inside of the shape. Again, let me take my rectangle, and I'm going to keep the 5 and the 8 so you guys can see what I'm doing. Now the formula for calculating the area looks like this. Area equals length times width. So in this particular scenario, I'm going to say 8 times 5, which is equal to 40. Now, I'm going to label it, I can label it in two ways. I can label it with a little 2 at the top, or I can say 40 square units. So that little 2 at the top and square units means the same thing. So what I'm doing is with perimeter, I went around the outside. But area, I want to know what's on the inside. So now let's do some practice work. So when I'm looking at this and I want to calculate the perimeter of question number 1, notice there's a 9 here and a 12 here. Well, if there is a 9 here, then there's going to be a 9 here. And if there's a 12 here, there's going to be a 12 here. So I'm writing 9 plus 9 plus 12 plus 12. So my perimeter is 42. And notice it says millimeters. So I'm going to write millimeters, and we'll get to measurement later. Now the area, though, we have to multiply because we want the inside. So we will say 12 times 9. I know I'm left-handed, so my hand's in the way, guys. Hang tight. 2 times 9 is 18, plus 1 is, so then 9 times 1 is 9, plus 1 is 10. So I'm going to write 108 millimeters squared, or 108, yeah, that's perfect actually, square millimeters. So you can write it either way. So I know a lot of you guys like that extra practice, so let's keep going. If we were to write perimeter for this one, we would say 9 plus 9 plus 6 and 6. And we know that 9 plus 9 is 18. 6 plus 6 is 12, not 16. Aiden, I know you're trying to do these already in your head. So is Sophie. So 8 plus 2 is 6, 8, 10, and 3. So my perimeter would be 30 meters since the measurement was 30. Now for area though, I'm going to multiply 6 times 9 because I want, so area, I want the inside. So I'm going to write it right here. 6 times 9, which equals 54. So down here I'm going to write 54 square meters, or 54 m squared. So that way you guys can see you can write it either way. Okay? Now let's try this next problem down here. This next problem is a square, obviously, so you can see. So in reality, I can say for perimeter, 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, right? Well, what's 4 times 4? 16. So my perimeter is 16 cm. And my area is 4 times 4, which also equals 16. So notice this one, both the area and the perimeter actually equal the same, except one of them is squared because it's representing what? Inside. Now, problem number 4, let's try this problem. This one gets a little bit trickier because the numbers are getting larger. So we will do 18 and 18, 6 and 6. Right. So that means we have 12. So we can say 6 plus 6 is 12. 18, 16, 18. So if we were to combine these, let's do this. 6 plus 6 is 12. So now let's write this. 12, 18, 18, 16, 17, 18. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 48. So my perimeter would be 48 feet. We can't forget to label what type of measurement this is, especially if you're in construction. If you were to say feet and it really was supposed to be inches, we got a major construction problem. So now let's do area. So the area would be 18 multiplied by 6. So 6 times 8 is 48. 6 times 1 is 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. So my area is going to equal 108 feet squared, or we can write it as 108 square feet. So for some of you guys who still would like a little bit of extra practice, let's try number 5. So for perimeter, it's going to be 12 and 12 and 6 and 6. In reality, this would equal 12. So we'll do this, we'll do this for simplicity. So it'd be equal to 36 yards. And then for the area, we will multiply 12 times 6, which is 72. Or square yards. Oops. I'm going off the paper. Okay. So now let's try one last problem. I know that some of you guys, this will definitely benefit. So for perimeter, we're going to do 12 and 12, right? Because if this side is 12, this side is also 12. If this side is 9, we're going to also do this side. Okay? So 12 and 12, 9 and 9. And for simplicity, we'll say 24 and 18. 42. So perimeter would equal 42 yards. But for area, we're going to say 12 times 9, which is 108. So our area will equal 108 yards squared, or 108 yards. And your homework today is going to be much similar to this. You can write down all of your calculations on paper. I have uploaded, you guys have 12 problems to practice today, and then you can enter them into a spreadsheet or a Word doc that I already have put up under math under Google Classroom. And then I can correct them, and I will also have you go back and fix if there's a few that you made a mistake on. I figured this way this will be kind of easier for you to tell. I can tell which of you are struggling with this and which of you are having a really easy time with this. However, I will mention you have to make sure you're going slow so that you don't put your area and your perimeter in the wrong place when you're giving me your answers. Good luck, everyone. I hope these notes helped you today.